You've discovered that you're a manifesting generator, and now you're really struggling with this concept of loving 1,000 different things. And even though it truly resonates, you have the shame, sometimes the fear or guilt, and actually letting go of the things that no longer excite you and only focus on the things that you're passionate about. In this video, I'm going to help you understand how you are designed to operate at your highest level, how we're going to demystify the shiny object syndrome, and what you can actually do so that you can step into your power, embody your energetic authenticity, and create a life even better than your dreams. Watch till the end to learn what steps you can take so that you no longer feel like a flaky manifesting generator and actually are an embodied, explorative, adventure-seeking, honest version of yourself. Let's get into it. Welcome to the Human Design Portal, your safe space to decondition so that you can align with the right people, opportunities, and chances. If you're new here, my name is Maika Gabriela, and I'm a human design reader, a deconditioning expert, and the founder of the Transformational Human Design Certification. And if you enjoy these kind of videos and you want to learn your human design in a very tangible, easy to approach way, then take a moment to subscribe, like this video. It means so much to me and my team to see this channel grow. We put so much effort, love, and time and money into creating this content for you. So having your feedback really warms our heart and keeps us going to find the best topics to share with you. Let's dig deep. In this video, I'm going to address the shiny object syndrome, which doesn't apply at all to the manifesting generator, even though a lot of people might misunderstand you. We're going to look at your strategy and how you can actually tap into that in an embodied way so that you stop utilizing your mind to try to understand and know what the next step is for you. We're going to look at your authority and how to activate your gate so that you can actually start moving with force and tap into that incredible sacral power that you own to create a life even better and beyond your dreams. Let's dig deep. My lovely manifesting generator, I know that one of the biggest things that is holding you back right now is that fear of being misunderstood, people letting you know that you don't have your shit together, that there's 1,000 tabs open on your computer, and that you're probably about to inscribe in your new course, buy a new whatever. Like, there's so many things that spark your interest, and it's so interesting because for me, from the outside, that is what I love about a manifesting generator. That's what gets me excited about you, for you. But I've actually heard manifesting generators talk about projector envy. I'm like, there's such thing as projector envy. Like, I definitely have a manifesting generator envy. I was dreaming of being a manifesting generator. I actually tried to be a manifesting generator for most of my life because I thought that that was going to be the easiest path to success, but it didn't work because it's just not, I'm a projector and that's what we get. But for you, I really want you to understand that you being a manifesting generator and having all of these 1,000 interests is going to be the key component of you achieving your deep satisfactory signature. So your success will be a collateral on how much you fill your life with the things that you're excited about. And so we need to start really removing that concept of allowing other people to influence how you feel about yourself and what your actions say about you. Because we live in this society that tells us there's just one proper way. It's the generator's way. You do one thing, you do it for life, and you gain mastery. And so anything that moves you out of that mindset feels kind of triggering, might feel unsafe subconsciously for you to show up in your energetic authenticity, because this is what society has told us is the only acceptable way that goes contrary to how you're meant to move in a way that feels good to you. But we want to make you feeling good the main priority, okay? And this doesn't mean that challenges will arrive, and this doesn't mean that life is easy breezy. You know that I love all the spiritual tools, but life is still what life is, and that makes life really beautiful. We're going to have highs, we're going to have lows, but once you understand your energetic authenticity, once you stop intellectualizing it and actually embodying it, there will be so much more flow, support, and magic happening in your life. So let's look at the shiny object syndrome and why this doesn't apply to you as a manifesting generator. So the shiny object syndrome doesn't apply to you as a manifesting generator because you operate on a completely different level. So this is imperative for you to understand and gain trust in your own ways of showing up in the world. The shiny object syndrome means that you might think that grass is always green on the other side. This is a very common brain pattern. This is what we call informed pessimism. And so when we start on a journey, maybe you're learning something new, maybe you are enrolled in a new course, you decided to study, you're starting a new job, and when you're starting out, you'll find moments that will challenge you. This is part of personal growth. This is what business will do to you. This is just like personal expansion. Nothing moves forward, nothing expands if we're not noticing resistance, because resistance shows us what we're lacking, which is an opportunity for us to grow and get informed and really expand, right? This is how the world works. And so what happens with the shiny object syndrome is that we are excited about trying something new, then we find that it's not as easy as we'd like it to be, and we're like, you know what, this probably isn't for me, and then we jump on another thing. This is a common like human denominator. This is when we haven't been surrounded by people who have created success in their life. This is when we haven't built enough courage within ourselves, and when we're living in a kind of like magic dreaming state where there is no real tangible understanding of the effort that it takes to build something, to create something, to commit to something, okay? The reason this does not apply to you as a manifesting generator, because it has nothing to do with, you know, stopping to do the thing that you used to be excited about because now it's hard, okay? There is so much fierceness in you as a manifesting generator, because not only do you have this powerful, consistent energy that is coming out of your sacral, but you also have the strong, masculine, dominant energy that is represented by your defined throat. So it is not you stop things, oh, it's getting hard, I'm gonna stop now. This is not the manifesting generator attitude. You are fierce, you are bold, you are powerful, like you have been built to be, you know, a trailblazer. There is no amount of like, oh, you know, like, I don't want to do this effort. Manifesting generators, because you are the most energetic, the most powerful, the most dynamic of all energy types, will not shy away from a challenge, okay? So I need you to understand that this is just not applicable to who you are. Of course, maybe you're a manifesting generator who has had a traumatic past, who has not have enough tangible inspiration around you to expand your subconscious and make you understand that life won't always be easy. Although I think generally as humans, we all carry our little package of, you know, baggage that allows us to understand that things won't come like this, and that it needs commitment and it needs time and effort to get, you know, the desired results. So there will always be a minimum amount of people that will, no matter what energy type they are, subscribe to the shiny object syndrome. But I don't think, and this is important, that it is necessarily one that is specifically applicable to you, because that is not how you operate. Your purpose actually is to show the world that we don't need to commit to one thing for the rest of our lives, but that your wisdom and your interest, your curiosity, what makes you so unique and special, comes through the variety of information and knowledge that you have acquired. And so instead of being this one person that does this one thing for the rest of their life and is excellent at it, you will have this huge toolbox of different information, different tools to share with the people in your life, to share with the world. And so it is so important to understand that the only person that holds judgment around how many things you're doing and how many things you're offering probably is going to be you. If there is somebody in your life that is like, oh, you're starting something new again, and it's like kind of a questionable thing with a rude undertone, that person, I'm sorry to break it to you, but probably has a hint of jealousy. And the people that you need in your life are those that are in the corner and that are firing you on, because as a manifesting generator, being as powerful, dominant, and spicy as you are, you're gonna need people who encourage you to move forward, because you are that trailblazer. You are here to show the world ways that we haven't been able to even fathom yet, okay? So just win. you unapologetically show up and you tap into the million things that you're interested in, and you have 3 companies or 10 going at the same time, and you're studying something while you're watching a documentary and you're reading a book and you're, whatever else you've got going on, only then are you actually able to have all of the things at hand to break open the system, to, show us how things can be done differently in ways our mind could never conceptualize, because we just have this one kind of very narrow way of approaching things. And so even though the shiny object syndrome is a thing, it is not your thing to be worried about. The only thing that you really need to understand is how you can tap into your sacral in a way that is embodied, understanding how your authority is going to help you make the right decisions to know where you're meant to invest your time, and understand how to activate your gates to really fully take that dominant power to the next level. And that's what we're going to look at next. Let's look at your strategy as a manifesting generator so that we can get clear on what are the things that your sacral is trying to communicate to you, so that you end up doing the right things that are going to fuel your soul and your energetic authenticity. And so this is incredibly important. We grew up in a society where we've been told if we want to be safe, if we want to do the right thing, we got to use our mind. But what is human design teaching us that so many of us resonate? Actually, the mind is great for inspiration and great for problem solving, but it's not here to guide your path. And so understanding that your sacral is your inner compass, your strategy to respond is your inner voice. This is the gift that you have been given since the day you were born. And unfortunately, because as parents, we often don't understand this, and as children, we don't have enough conscious and words to communicate what we're feeling, we grew up in a society that takes us away from this inner guiding voice, that builds this belief within us that we're not lovable, that it's dangerous, that it's unsafe for us to actually listen to this guiding voice. And we grow up conditioned, losing parts of our authentic self and that connection to self and our purpose by trying to appease other people, by trying to feel like we belong in a society or in a tribe or with our family. And so this is really important, because your sacral is going to let you know what is the right thing to do. If you're like, oh, I'm going to do this course because in 6 months, I think I can make like triple my income, then that is not going to be motive enough that is true to your soul for that thing to be the thing. So what will happen is that even if you do it, and if you commit even though you're zero excited about it, and if you decide to finish this course, program, whatever it is, because you have set your mind on that, it might be that by the end of it, you're incredibly drained, you're zero motivated, and you're like, I don't even want to do this thing. I don't even know why I started this thing. Like, I cannot look at this subject anymore. Like, this is draining the worst. Ugh, don't want to do it. Or you can continue to use that force and dominance that you have as a manifesting generator and be like, I'm going to do this no matter what. This is what I want to do. I want to increase my revenue, whatever, or whatever it is you're studying. And then you do it and you put it out into the world. But because everything has come from the rational mind, there's actually no passion, there's no magnetism, there's no authenticity, and you will hear crickets. And so to avoid that, what you have to start doing is to actually listen to your sacral. And what you have to do there is really embody and trust that experimentation aspect. And so whenever you cannot rationally explain why you decided to enroll in the Human Design Certification Program, for example, that is when you know you're on the right track. So start listening, and you have to build that courage and that trust muscle with the universe that allows you to take steps into trying out the things that you're excited about and allowing yourself to no longer do them if you just don't feel the energy in your body that lights up when you are engaging in that subject. And this is crucial, because even though you think it's more expensive, oh my God, I paid all this money for this course, for this studies, for this whatever, for this trip, and half it. I'm like, nah, I don't think this was right. You think it's more expensive and that you're wasting your money if you don't push and continue to do the stuff that you actually don't want to do, than to let it go, do the thing that you're actually into, and come back when you feel called to it again. But the truth is that energetically, it is going to be incredibly more expensive, draining, and life force stealing for you to continue to do the stuff you don't want to do than to actually trust that your sacral is guiding you to just learn the necessary bits and pieces you need to move you forward. And this is essential. You will learn what it is you need to continue to move in alignment and create magnetism so that people are actually interested in what you have to say. People are interested to work with you and expand your life beyond what you can imagine. And this is where your throat comes in. Because you're going to be skipping steps, because you move around from one side to the other, it's always kind of like, you know, the way that rabbits jump. It's not a straight line. You're going to be like, oh, this, now I'm going to try this. Let's see here. And so you're incredibly quick. You're going to make a lot of mistakes. And mistakes, remember, they're never bad. They're always opportunity for growth. And so what's going to happen is that you will have all of these turns and discoveries along the way. And so the reason you have this defined throat is not because you have to be apologetic or you need to be asking people for permission, but it's just so that you explain to people and you're able to formulate your personal process without being apologetic about it. And this is incredibly important because what I've noticed the most in my manifesting generators clients and what I help them transmute and reframe the most is this idea of like, oh my God, I have this coaching business or I have this, personal brand and people won't know what I'm about because I share so many different things and I'm passionate about so many different things. And so this is actually not how we perceive you. Like this judgment is something that has been ingrained in your subconscious since you were a child because of society and the people that, informed your life as a kid. But this is not how we perceive you, okay? And so making that reframe to take ownership of the sacral guidance that you have with using your voice to inform people and let people know what you're about, what you're doing in, is going to be the key. Like that capacity to explain, to share your experience and release that pent up energy that is like stagnant in your throat center is going to be so crucial for your success. The next really important step here to know when to pivot or stay committed, I love this, this even rhymes, is to really own your authority. And in the new paradigm, 2027, with the rise of AI, we have no idea what's real and what's not real anymore. It is so essential that you tune into your authority. A lot of you are going to have the sacral authority. So it is that gut feeling. So really trusting, creating that confidence and building courage that you're able to trust your sacral and that no matter what the result is, you're able to pick yourself up from whatever, horror scenario that you have in your mind that is keeping you small is going to be the first step. And so your authority is going to be incredibly important for you to know if you are choosing the right thing because it is actually true to your purpose or because your mind is interfering, okay? And so being very fluent in the way that you use your authority, this could be emotional authority, this could be sacral authority. I have different videos on all of the authorities if you wanna dig deeper on that. But I'm also really starting to get interested in understanding how your design sense, meaning your strongest sense, helps you make the most informed decisions and helps you support how to tap into that inner wisdom that allows you to really understand what are the passions that belong to your path and what are things that you're outsourcing or you're keeping yourself small or you're afraid to do another thing because of the judgment that you might have about your multifaceted, hyphenate way of moving through the world that can be so inspiring when you own up to it. Once you've got these two down, which are so essential to build this trust and the foundation of how you're meant to show up, not only intellectualizing the human design information, but actually having that embodied trust in your experimentation process, we can then start digging into your gates, because gates are the things that are gonna give your gifts, your power, your energy flavor, okay? This is really like, I always say it's a colored glass lens. So your gate is going to help you understand how you're meant to communicate, transform, share your wisdom, your vision, your energy, your teachings, what you're learning through this information, right? So the most common manifesting generator gate to have, for example, is gate 34, okay? This is belonging to the manifesting generator channel. So within the gates, we also have these channels. Channels means two gates, when they come together, form a full line, and this is what we call a channel. This has a more dominant, new intention to it. And so channels within the body graph also are symbolic of different energy types, but this is a bit more complex. So if we look at gate 34, this is one of the most common manifesting generators energy. Why? Because this is an energy of, I do what it is that I love and I'm successful. I am inspiring by doing my own thing and I'm walking my own path, which is very manifesting generator like, because you love your freedom and you just want to be doing what it is that you want to be doing. And it has this strong kind of energy of busyness. It's like, I'm going to get this done and this done and this. You know, it has this very like buzzing energy. And so understanding that this is the way that you're meant to show up, that you shouldn't feel guilty if you're a person who just loves to have their calendar filled with things to do, is incredibly important. Or you might have gate 16, which is all about sharing your talents with passion and enthusiasm, really owning that you're incredibly great at the things that you're really good at. And that is all about being able to stand in the light and understanding that when you shine, you're not stealing other people's limelight, right? And so understanding how we can tap into our gates and utilize all of these gifts that you carry and focus on the interests that are aligned with your sacral and don't come from the mind is going to be the embodied version of yourself that creates magnetism, that has a strong aura, that is pulling in the right people, opportunities, and abundance into your life and allow you to live a life that is full of excitement, full of chi, full of adventures, and this powerful inner fire that you carry in your heart, in your soul to create change in the world and open up new portals for all of us to discover a new way of living and seeing life. You are not flaky, my beautiful manifesting generator. You're here to thrive in divine chaos and structure. And we need you to really embody this energetic authenticity to release the fierce energy into the world that gets us all exciting in thinking in different new ways that we so desperately need, especially now that the new paradigm in 2027 is so close, knocking at our door already. If you're craving the full map to your powerful, beautiful, life-enhancing, manifesting generator path, I teach it inside the Align class that you can now join in the description box below. If this video was valuable, please let me know in the comments below. I read every single one of them and it just warms my heart and gets me excited about touching on a new topic. So if there's anything that I could serve you with content-wise that could help you find more clarity, please let me know below. And as always, share this with anybody that could enhance their life with, that could have some aha moments. And remember, I don't care what anybody says, I love you.